Welcome to NightStoryX Fear, where every whisper hides a secret and every story leaves a scar. If you dare to listen, then like, share, and subscribe before the darkness takes you. And tell us in the comments what haunts you the most. NightStoryX Fear, where fear never sleeps.
The motel off Route 19. It was the kind of road no one used twice. A long, empty stretch cutting through the Nevada desert. You could drive for miles and never see another pair of headlights. I was heading from Reno to Las Vegas that night, late, too late, trying to outrun a storm that had been chasing me since dusk. My GPS glitched out an hour ago, and the only landmark I'd seen since then was a rusted sign that read, "Rest easy at the Silver Sky Motel. Vacancy, always." That should have been my first warning. Vacancy, always. By the time I saw the flickering neon, I was desperate for rest. My eyelids felt like sandpaper, and my gas tank was flirting with empty. The Silver Sky looked like something out of an old postcard. 10 rooms in a row, a soda machine out front, and a faded mural of mountains on the office wall. I parked under a broken streetlight and stepped out. The air smelled like dust and rain. A single bulb glowed behind the check-in window. Inside sat an old man, thin, gray, wearing a smile that didn't move his eyes. He asked, "Room?" like it wasn't really a question. "Yeah," I said, pulling out my card, "just for the night." He slid a key across the counter, a real metal key. Room 6. When I tried to pay, the card reader flickered and went dead. "Cash only," he said. I handed him a 20. He didn't give change. As I turned to leave, he quietly said, "Keep your door locked. Storms wake things up out here." I laughed nervously, thinking he meant coyotes. But as I stepped into the hallway, I noticed something strange. Every door, except mine, was slightly open, just an inch, enough to see darkness beyond. Room 6 smelled faintly of bleach. There was a static hum coming from the old TV, even though it wasn't plugged in. The mirror was cracked, and above the headboard, carved into the wood, were words, "Don't open the door after 3." I brushed it off as some prank, but I still double-locked the door. The storm hit around midnight, thunder shaking the windows, wind howling across the empty highway. At 2:59 a.m., I woke up. Someone was knocking on my door. Slow, rhythmic. 3 knocks, pause, 3 knocks again. I froze, checked my phone. 2:59. "Probably the wind," I whispered. But then came a voice, low, strained, muffled through the wood. "Let me in. Please, please let me in." It sounded like a woman, desperate, crying. I almost opened it, until I noticed the doorknob turning on its own. I stumbled back, The voice changed, deeper, distorted, like two people speaking at once. "Let me in." The lights flickered. The TV turned itself on, showing static. In the noise, I could swear I heard whisperings, dozens of voices, overlapping, begging, screaming. I backed into the corner, heart slamming. Then everything stopped. Silence. My phone said 3:01. I didn't sleep again that night. At sunrise, I threw my bag in the car and went to the office to check out. The front desk was empty. No old man, just an old ledger open on the counter. Curiosity got the better of me. I flipped back through the pages. Every guest name was written in shaky handwriting until I reached the last line. Guest number 176 checked in July 12th, 1998. Checked out never. The name written there was mine. I dropped the key and bolted for my car. When I looked up, the Silver Sky Motel wasn't there. Just sand, an empty stretch of highway. No buildings, no sign. Only the wind whispering across the desert, and faintly, from somewhere behind me, a voice, "Checkouts at 3."